Okay. All right. How's it going? Welcome. I know it's been a while since I've last done a stream here on the channel. So hopefully you all are doing well. Hopefully this ends up being a good stream. We don't have any trolls or anything, but hopefully it'll be pretty good. Hey, what's going on, AJ's Movie Place? Looks like you're the first one here. Hello. But yeah, hopefully this will be a pretty chill stream, you know. We can talk about whatever. Sorry, can't stay long. Heading into work, but wanted to show my support. Okay, that's fine, AJ, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good stream and a good day. Well, thank you. You too. You have a good day at work, AJ. Jonathan Mills, what's up, Zach D Productions? What's going on? Not much. Just doing a stream. But yeah, like I said, hopefully this will be a good stream, pretty chill, maybe relaxed. I mean, we can dive into certain topics, but, we could talk about like some things outside of movies and music, but, we'll see where it goes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, I know it's kind of late too. I know it's like a little after midnight. Which I don't know if that'll have an effect on, how many people will join, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that, for sure. But yeah, looks like, well, I know AJ had to leave, so looks like you might be the only one here, Jonathan. I am not sure though, but it says, yeah, it says I have 2 people here, so I don't know. You should listen to Spiritbox's song called The Void. There's no growls in that song. Oh, okay. Yeah, to be honest, when it comes to Spiritbox, I haven't really listened to anything outside of their debut album, Eternal Blue. Like that's like the only thing I've ever listened to from them. I know they do have some new stuff out. Like I think they might have like a new EP out or something like that, but I don't know. After that Eternal Blue album, I mean, I thought it was fine. Like it was decent. I didn't hate it or anything, but I didn't like it enough to explore more of their music. But I might check out that song. I mean, Spiritbox is definitely not a bad band. Hey Zach, hey, what's going on, Donnie? Welcome, man. Roman, what is up? Hey, what's up? Roman, I don't think I know who you are. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I mean, that's another thing too. Uh, I watch your videos every once in a while. That's cool. That's cool, man. Dante Lopez. Hey, Zach. Hey, Dante. I don't think I know who you are either, but welcome. Hello there, Andrew Babe. Welcome. Hello. I like your input on music. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, I mean, I do apologize if I do get a little sus about like people that I'm unfamiliar with, because of the whole June situation. I mean, when it comes to this platform, like it's gotten to the point now where it's like really hard for me to trust people, but I don't know, you know. I mean, I'm trying to I guess give people the benefit of the doubt, I guess. No worries, bro. Oh, okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm glad you understand where I'm coming from with that. Understood? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the internet, it's not a safe place sometimes. Hey, MJ Nation, welcome. Sup, man? When it comes to Spirit Box, it might be a factor for me musically, not very different from what many other mainstream modern metal bands are doing, but I really like Courtney's voice. That's fair. Yeah, she doesn't have a bad voice. Would you say One More Light by Linkin Park is the worst album of 2017? Honestly, no. Because didn't Taylor Swift's Reputation come out that year? Um, because if it did, that's probably the worst album of 2017. I remember I did a review for that album and I did not like anything from it. What a surprise. I'm also not a fan of Taylor Swift personally, especially nowadays since she got all political and stuff, which is bullcrap. Glad I finally like a newer band. Yeah, that's cool. Riley, what's up? Hello? How's it going? Review all Taylor Swift's albums. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. One More Light is easily the worst Linkin Park album, but I do like Talking to Myself and the title track. Yeah, those are good songs. Now the title track, it's a good song, but it's just hard to listen to. It's one of those songs for me. Maybe that would be a good maybe that would be a good list video to make, like good songs that are hard for me to listen to or something like that. Like that are just way too emotional for me to listen to or whatever. I think the title track would probably be up there on that list, to be honest. Maybe along with Him for the Missing by Red. That's another one. And I really do like that song. I probably do like it more than One More Light, but yeah, it is another one for me. What's your least favorite Metallica album? If we're not including Lulu, Saint Anger. It's gotta be Saint Anger. I'm a huge Demon Hunter fan too. I saw them last summer in Seattle. That's cool. Yeah, I saw Demon Hunter not last September, but the September before that, September 2022. That was on their I think 20 Years of Exile tour or whatever. That was a pretty good show. That was actually the first time I've ever witnessed like a mosh pit in person. Um, because I know that I think someone asked me like a long time ago, like, um, Like, have you ever been in a mosh pit or something? No. I probably never will, to be honest. I have no desire to be in a mosh pit or anything or have any involvement in that. But that Demon Hunter concert was the first time I've seen one in person. But I mean, I'm sure some of you have seen them in person. Like, I'm sure MJ Nation has, since I mean, I know MJ Nation has been to a lot of shows, so I'm sure he's probably seen more than one mosh pit. Probably. Probably. Um, Heavy for You is kind of a boring song. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I don't mind Heavy. I have to be in a certain mood to listen to it though. But it is a typical mainstream pop sounding song. Do you listen to death metal? Not really. I mean, I do like the band Death, and I do like some Obituary as well, but besides those, I'm not a big death metal guy, and even those bands I don't really listen to that much. Yeah, I've just never been the biggest death metal fan. I've tried, like, I remember like a few years ago, like I've tried getting into the genre. Like I wanted to. I guess I was at a point where I wanted to see if I could make it be one of my favorite genres of metal, but it's just not going to happen. It I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. But there's good bands in the genre for sure. I can't deny that. But when it comes to metal, like, you know, like I do like prog, and I do like new metal and some metalcore. What else? Oh, and thrash metal, of course. Although when it comes to thrash, like, I don't know, I just feel like I need a break from thrash because these past few years, it seems like the majority of the bands I've been getting into were in thrash. Although, yeah, last year, 2023, I didn't get into any thrash bands, come to think of it. Bush is coming near me again. Probably won't go. I've seen them live once and already met the band too. They were great. But I've been more focused on saving money, and I'm doing fine though. Yeah, that's cool. I definitely don't blame you. Kyle Keith Productions, hello. How have you been? Long time no hear. I've been okay. How about yourself? You've listened to Chevelle? I have. I do like a few of their songs, but I'm not really that big on them. They're okay though. They're an okay band. What do you think of the new Metallica album 72 Seasons? I like it. Um, but you know, like with other modern Metallica material, like it's not something that I'm going to return to that much. But I do like the album for what it is, and I would say it's probably their best since the Black Album. It was an honor filming my part for X-Ray. Can't wait to see it in the final series film. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for sending those, Andrew. Yeah, when it comes to filming X-Ray, there's still a little bit that needs done as far as filming goes, but the problem is scheduling, between, my schedule and other people's schedules because, they're busy and stuff, and when it has a lot to do with availability and, it's just that's why it's taken so long. But I would say that the series is probably a little over halfway done. Probably. The title track is probably my favorite on 72 Seasons. Yeah, it's probably my favorite too. I also do like Shadows Follow, Too Far Gone, Lux Eterna. Those are good songs too. You play video games? Occasionally. I don't play video games like I used to. I mean, back when I was a teenager, I was really big into video games. But like even then you could make a debate like was I even really a gamer then because the only stuff that I would play were like FPS games like Halo and Call of Duty and occasionally Battlefield, you know. So those were like my main franchises. Oh, I did like other games as well, like even outside of that genre, like the Assassin's Creed games I did play, and I do like some of those games too. But yeah, nowadays I'm just not really that big into gaming like I used to be. But if you like them, if you still play them a lot, cool, more power to you. In my honest opinion, I think 72 Seasons is their best since the Black Album too. Nice. Yeah, I just think I think 72 Seasons it's probably the closest that we've gotten to their classic sound in this modern era, I would say, which is one of the reasons why I do think it's the best since then. I probably like Death Magnetic more than 72 Seasons, but I do like 72 Seasons more than Hardwired. Um, that's pretty cool. How old am I? I'm just gonna say I'm in my late 20s. That's all I'll say. I play PlayStation 2 games. One of my favorite is Ultimate Spider-Man. That's cool. Yeah, I know of Ultimate Spider-Man, but eh, you know, I never got around to playing it. But I do like the Spider-Man games though for PS2, particularly the movie tie-in games, the first and the second one especially. But yeah, PS2 is still probably my favorite game console of all time. How has the weather been up there? It is freezing here in Texas. Yeah, it's been pretty cold up here. It, we finally got snow up here, which is crazy. um, it's weird because it's like it hasn't snowed all December and now it decides to snow, which is really funny. What's your favorite NFL team? I don't really follow sports, to be honest with you, Riley. Not really a sports guy. Have you done a review for The Equalizer 3? I have, I believe. I believe I have. It's a good movie. Underrated Metallica songs: Phantom Lord, 4x2, The Judas Kiss, Fight Fire with Fire, Leopard Messiah, and Justice for All, The Struggle Within. Yeah, I would maybe agree. I also like playing the Matrix games on PlayStation 2, like Matrix Path of Neo and Enter the Matrix. That's cool. Yeah, I completely forgot that they made Matrix video games. um, yeah, maybe at some point I'll get around to picking those up, especially if they're available on PS2, because I still do have a PS2. um, let's see, what's up, bro? Hey, what's going on, Angel? Welcome. So, how's everyone's year going so far? For me, it's been going okay. Um, I'm not going to say that this year has been great so far. I mean, we are only almost a month into the year, so it's really hard to say. Like, obviously, we can't say right now this year's better than last, but I mean, I do hope it is because last year was horrible for me. It was absolutely horrible for me, and I'm not going to miss 2023 at all. But yeah, this year for me so far has been okay. Um, I did make up with someone recently this month. who thought I had an issue with them. So, you know, turns out now he knows the truth about everything that occurred and everything. So that's a positive right there. So you could say it's going pretty smoothly so far. So I really can't complain there. Where do you collect CDs? It depends on where I'm going and what I find. Like, usually, like if I'm looking for a CD, I'll go to my exchange store. Like, like if you had to make me choose one store to collect CDs, it would definitely be the exchange. Which I don't know if you have any of those stores in your area, but I believe it might be like an East Coast only thing or something. Um, But yeah, sometimes FYE, although it's been a long time since I've bought a CD at FYE. Um, Sometimes Barnes and Noble, if there's something that piques my interest. Half price books. So those are a few places. Sometimes I just want to start a new YouTube channel, but this one has 6K subscribers, so I'll just stick to this one. Yeah, I don't blame you, Andrew. Are you going to check out the new movie Beekeeper with Jason Statham? Yeah, I would like to check that out soon. Has anybody seen the film Gran Turismo? It's based off a video game. It has some funny scenes, like how the main character chills both Kenny G and yeah. Oh, okay. This year so far has been all right for me. Last year was good for me besides the whole Facebook hack thing and a couple car maintenance replace related payments. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. The whole hacking thing that you had to go through, which is funny because the whole thing that I was dealing with back in June, that literally happened the same time that MJ was uh dealing with the social media hacking, which, not gonna lie, kind of has me sus. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting, not gonna lie. The Reacher series on Amazon is pretty good. Yeah, that's what I've heard. From the clips that I have seen from the Reacher show, it does look pretty good. Like there's one where I think he's like there's a scene where he's like standing up against an animal abuser, and right there I'm just like, okay, I'm on board for this. I am on board for that. If it's about defending animals, sign me up. Sign me the heck up. But that's pretty cool. It's good to hear that show is doing well because I've heard nothing but good things about it. I mean, I know it's not Tom Cruise, but it still looks pretty good. I haven't bought a CD in a long while. Yeah, I haven't for a while as well until that Bush CD that I got, because that Bush CD I got was that was like my first CD in like 2 months or something. I think the last one I bought after that was Voivod's Margoth Tales or something like that, which I believe I picked that up in October. I think it might have been October. I don't know. Breaking Benjamin is making a new album. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, hopefully we get it this year. And you know what's really weird? Something that, I've been really thinking about a lot recently. Whatever happened to Jamie Horsley? Like, he just kind of stopped talking to me. He's not even on my friends list anymore on Facebook, which is kind of weird. I don't know. It just seemed like he fell off the face of the earth. I don't understand what happened there, because I remember like me and him would like we became good friends at one point, and then we chatted every day, and like now he's just again he fell off the face of the earth. You still go to the theaters? Yeah, I do. I still like going to the theaters. Wesley, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. MJ owns 40,000 CDs. I bet he owns a lot. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I haven't seen Jamie in a long time. Yeah, I don't know. I would really hate to think it's all just because I didn't get into black metal, or I'm not really into that many extreme underground bands. But it's like, who cares? Who cares? I mean, that's pretty shallow if that's the reason for it, Maybe he died morbid, but who knows? Yeah, I don't think that happened, Andrew. Just saying, I don't think that's what it is. Lacey Sturm from Flyleaf has a new album. It's pretty good. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I never got into Flyleaf or Lacey Sturm. I have a little over 1,500 CDs, I believe. That's cool. Alex versus Evil. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's good, Zach? Not much. Not much. Just thought I'd do a stream. It's been a long time since I've heard from you. But then again, it's been a long time since I've done a stream, so there you go. Anthrax. I do like Anthrax. Oh, that's another thing, too. I was actually talking to someone about this recently, but my ranking for the Big Four has actually changed somewhat. It's actually gotten to the point now where Anthrax is probably my second favorite of the Big Four. I was thinking about it recently, and I'm like, well, you know what? I might actually like Anthrax more than Megadeth, come to think of it. I mean, I still like Megadeth, but I got to move Megadeth down to number 3. Anthrax is number 2. Metallica's number 1 still. And obviously Slayer's obvious. They've always been last. Hey, Christian Perez, welcome. Yo, Zach, what's up? I'm here. I see that. Welcome. 40,000 CDs is a lot. Who on earth can listen to all that music? Yeah? I hear you on that one. What do you like to listen to when you're feeling nostalgic? For me, it depends on what era of my life I'm feeling nostalgic for. Like, for instance, if I'm feeling nostalgic for my high school years, I'll go listen to Breaking Benjamin or Red or something. Or if I'm feeling nostalgic for my college years, I'll go listen to, I don't know, As I Lay Dying or something. Or maybe In Flames. So it depends. It depends for me. I think you know where I'm coming from with that. Seeing Anthrax live and meeting them last year was awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought about seeing Anthrax live because I think, was it last year? It might have been the year before. They were here in my area, but unfortunately I didn't get to go see them. But I'm sure that would have been cool. Hey MJ, what's up? Happy New Year. Let's see. I've been watching your older videos lately. That's pretty cool. Yeah, my older videos are not that great. So, I'm sorry. Dude, especially my videos from like like 2015, 2016. Like my content was really cringe then. Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer. Is that your ranking? From best to worst? Megadeth is still number 2 for you? That's fine. Yeah, I mean, Megadeth... see, I don't know. It's tough because they have albums like Rust in Peace, which is like one of the greatest thrash albums of all time. They also have Peace Sells, But Who's Buying, and Countdown to Extinction. So Far, So Good, So What? So yeah, I mean, they have a solid catalog. Slayer has written some of the best metal riffs of all time. Yeah, I never got into Slayer, even still. I don't think I ever will, to be honest. But they're not a bad band. They're not bad. My favorite song of Breaking Benjamin Ember is Red Cold River. That's a pretty good song. Yeah, when it comes to Ember, I seem to really like Close Your Eyes for some reason. That's a song that's actually grown on me. When I first listened to the album back when it came out, I didn't know what to think of it. I thought it was average at first, but it's actually grown up to be one of my favorites on that album. Feed the Wolf is also pretty good. Yeah, there's some good stuff on Ember. So lately I've been listening to AC/DC. That's cool. Yeah, AC/DC, I'm not into them either, but that's cool, man. They're not a bad band. Pink Floyd, I never got into Pink Floyd, to be honest. I mean, I do like prog music, you know, but I just never got into Pink Floyd. But again, not a bad band. I don't think Best Buy and Target on their glory days even displayed 400,000 CDs, come to think of it. Yeah. You bought your first CD of the year, Motley Crue, the Dirt soundtrack. Yeah, that Bush CD is probably, yeah, it was my first CD I bought this year. So there's that. Old As I Lay Dying before Tim went to prison was legit. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I liked Shaped by Fire, but it is pretty much more of the same. It's still a good album, though. An Ocean Between Us is still probably my favorite from the band. Megadeth and Metallica fight for number 1 for me. Then it's Anthrax, then Slayer. Slayer's Run From Show No Mercy to Seasons is great. Solitude Modern. Slayer is meh for you. I got you. The older videos hold value. They show how you started and how you grew in time. Yeah, that is true. That is true, because I'm definitely not the same person I was when I started this channel. Which was... my channel is going to be 10 years old this year. It'll be celebrating its 10th anniversary in December, which is crazy to think about. And I was thinking about this recently too. I think I shared this on social media, but you guys know how my next series is titled X-Ray, right? This is like the weirdest coincidence, and this was totally unplanned, by the way. But what is the Roman numeral for 10? X. And that's the next series. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. Totally unplanned, like I said. That was not done on purpose. And the thing is, I wanted to release X-Ray last year because I didn't put out any series last year, come to think of it. I mean, I did put out that anniversary for the Italian Sniper, but not a new series. So yeah, I wanted to put it out last year, but I didn't get filming done in time. So I was like, well, screw it. It's going to be a 2024 release. You're going to have to deal with it. Yes. Okay, so it was in the order from best to worst. Judas Priest, Painkiller. That's a good album. Probably my second favorite from the band. Okay, here's my ranking of the big four, and this might shock everyone. All right? The day Zach gets into Slayers, the day picks Fly. Oh boy. 1990 had many great albums. Act 3 by Death Angel, Seasons in the Abyss by Slayer, Coma of Souls by Creator, Persistence of Time by Anthrax, Rest in Peace by Megadeth, and Cause of Death by Obituary. Yeah, that's true. 1990 was a great year for metal. As I Lay Dying has no bad albums. That's true. Although their debut wasn't that great. The only song I like from that album, I think, is the title track. But even that one I don't really return to very much. Do they have a Barnes & Noble in the East Coast? Because they actually used to have a very nice CD selection as well. Yeah, there's a couple Barnes & Noble stores near me. There's one that's like probably 10 minutes away, not even. My favorite rant video you did was that Cardi B song. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Jonathan. That's my most proud of rant. It is. I think everything about that video was perfect. Even the view count. Like, that video gained a lot of views. It's one of my most viewed videos. Yeah, it's definitely a landmark for me, for sure. Anthrax, Metallica, Megadeth, and Slayer. Yeah, that's cool. I like Anthrax more than Metallica. That's fine. That's fine. Both are great bands. Gonna sign off in a minute. Nice live stream, brother. Thank you, Roman. Nice having you here. Anthrax are my number one for me of the big four. I hear you. Starset, Sleep Token, Rush, Metallica. Yeah, I'll never understand that. I'll never understand that. What is your most viewed video on YouTube? My most viewed is 65,000. I'm not even sure, but I know I didn't get that amount. I think my most viewed video probably only has like 6,000 or something. 6,000 views, which is pretty good for me, but you know. Oh well. How long do you want to be on YouTube for? That is a good question. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow at this point. Like, I'm not sure how long I want to continue this. Like, like I thought about it. I'm like, well, like when I'm married and stuff, like, is this something that I want to continue to do? Like, I think the thing is, I think I'll always be here to some extent. Like even if it gets to the point where I only post like once a week or once a month or something, like when I'm a lot older, like it might get to that point, that seems to be the way it goes for a lot of YouTubers. They either lose passion or life gets in the way, but they never fully go away, but they do post every once in a while. Slipknot self-titled is turning 25. Yeah, that's true. There's a few albums turning 25 this year. Colony by In Flames, Risk by Metallica, or not Metallica, Megadeth. My bad. Um, trying to think. Oh yeah, Korn's Issues, I think, also turns 25. And they are doing a tour to celebrate the self-titled album. That's pretty cool. For one video is good. Trying getting 100,000 for one video, maybe one day. Yeah, for sure. YouTube gets tiring sometimes. Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I will admit, like, over these past few months, I've been kind of discouraged with YouTube because mainly due to the view count. Like, my recent videos don't really get a lot of views, you know? But my live streams seem to do pretty well. You're turning 25 this year. That's cool. Albums turning 25 this year. Home by Sevendust. Issues by Korn. Slipknot. Wisconsin Death Trip by Static X. Metropolis Part 2 by Dream Theater. Yeah. How could I forget that one? World Coming Down by Type O Negative. Okay, cool. Cool. Next year, Iron Maiden, Brave New World, and Linkin Park Hybrid Theory is turning 25 years old next year, which is awesome. Yeah, that's hard to believe. Yeah, where's the time going, you know? I was just thinking today, we are closer to 2027 than we are 2017. When 2017 only felt like 3 years ago. Like, no, 2017 was like, what, 6 years ago? 7 years ago at this point? I can't even keep track. I mean, I remember that year like it was only a few ago. Yeah, 2017, that year for me was... Now, 2017 was actually the year that I started to gain more of an audience on YouTube. So in that sense, it was good, but there were some things about 2017 I wasn't crazy about. ...2018 was actually a good year for me. I think out of all the years in the 2010s, 2018 is probably in the top 3 for me, to be honest. Or at least top 5. I don't know about top 3, but I don't know. It's tough to say. 2017, the year we got one of Trivium's best, The Sin in the Sentence. That's true. That's also when we got some bands' worst material. Like, of course, One More Light by Linkin Park. Madness by All That Remains. Outlive by Demon Hunter. But we did get other good stuff, like, I think, Machine Messiah from Sepultura. That came out in 2017, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's a good album. By the way, it's really sad to hear what's going on with Sepultura and how they're calling it quits. So does everyone... What does everyone think of Kiss avatars? I don't know what that is. How's your cats been? My cats have been okay. Thank you for asking. You like Fear Factory or Soulfly? Yeah, I do like both bands. I never got into Kiss. I did hear about the Avatars thing and rolled my eyes. Oh God, what is it? Do I even want to know? Oh boy. Kiss Avatars will start virtual touring 2020. Are you serious right now? Like, what? What is even that? What is that supposed to mean? Virtual touring. I saw Fear Factory and Soulfly live last year. Both were great. That's cool. Yeah, you've definitely been to a lot more concerts than I have. Oh well. I would like to go to more concerts, but money, time, availability and stuff, saving money for other things again, so. Kiss retired last year, and they will start doing virtual concerts. That is stupid. I'm sorry. That is stupid. I mean, that is definitely a Kiss thing for sure. That sounds like something Kiss would do, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. Times right now are just so weird, like I swear it's like today, like there's like more dumb ideas than good ideas. Kiss is a merch band, pretty much. You're not wrong, man. Yeah. Kiss holograms, yeah. It isn't that like not I'm thinking of K-pop, but it's not K-pop. But there's another music scene that does that. Isn't it like Vocaloid or something? Like some anime concert thing? Is that like not what they do? I am speechless. Virtual touring, will they resurrect some bands that are gone? Perhaps the Beatles live like it was 1965 again, or see Nirvana again like it was 1992 again, virtual. Yeah, see, this whole thing about like virtual tours and avatars and AI and all this crap, I hate it. For the most part, I hate it. I mean, have I played around with AI before? Yes. Um, but at least, I'm not like resurrecting dead people like for tours or, actors. Like, I remember like before the latest Fast and the Furious movie came out, they talked about making an AI Paul Walker. I'm like, what the heck? Please don't do that. Please do not do that. Number one, that would be just weird. Like, it would be weird, and maybe not totally disrespectful, but like kind of going into that territory a little bit of disrespect, you could say, to Paul Walker's legacy. And also, number two, it would make Furious 7 seem pointless. Like, the ending to that would have all been for nothing if he returns. Now, when it comes to recasts, I think recast is fine, but they don't need to recast Paul Walker. They don't need to do that. It's all about money in the end. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. And AI Paul Walker, I can see many fans getting mad over that. Yeah, for sure. You will own nothing and be happy. Yeah. Zach, are you serious? Well, that was just a rumor. Obviously, they didn't go through with it, but I hope they don't do it with the next film, because apparently the last Fast and Furious film is the next one. I really hope it is, and I hope they don't bring in an AI Paul Walker. Truly offensive would be an AI Bruce Lee. Kill me now. Yeah, like, see, Bruce Lee, the Bruce Lee movies where Bruce Lee is not in them, like the actors that play him, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good movies. But like, if they like made an AI Bruce Lee where it was like a replica of him, basically, I would not be for that. Like Andrew, I would rather see you play Bruce Lee than them make an AI Bruce Lee. Make it happen. AI Paul Walker, that's a big no. Fast and Furious better not do that. Yeah, they better not do that. Remember when Justin Bieber was going to be in Fast and the Furious? I don't remember that. Really? That is weird. I take it that happened back in like 2011, like probably back when Fast 5 came out or something. Because that's when Bieber was really in his prime. Like around that era. I'm just wondering why there's an AI MJ Nation standing behind Zach right now. Oh boy. Do you have any favorite albums from 2004? Yes, albums turning 20 this year. We Are Not Alone by Breaking Benjamin immediately comes to mind. Summer of Darkness by Demon Hunter. Let me think. The End of Heartache, Killswitch Engage, also turns 20 this year. Trying to think what else. Yeah, there wasn't really a lot of albums to come out in 04. Not like 05. 05 was a much better year for music, I think. Trying to think what else. What other albums came out in 04? I'm sure there's others. I think The System Has Failed by Megadeth came out that year. AI is getting so good in advance. All it takes is one evil organization to alter it and make it turn against all humanity. Oh boy, yeah. Reminds me of the Terminator. Yes, yeah. Linkin Park did it, I think. AI. Okay, I'll need to work out and work on my muscles to be like Bruce Lee then. Yeah, for sure. You got to practice using the nunchucks as well. Don't forget that. Slipknot Volume 3 is turning 20 this year. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not really a big Slipknot fan. I definitely prefer Korn over Slipknot, but I'm not going to say Slipknot is a bad band, though. So, let's see. AI, I like to... AI is going to take over. Oh, boy. I like Disturbed's 10,000 Fists album from 05. That's cool. Yeah, Disturbed, they're okay. They're okay. Let me see. For 2004, you got Volume 3 by Slipknot, Rise, Rise by Rammstein, The Darkened Heart by All That Remains. That's true. End of Heartache. Oh, yeah, Archetype by Fear Factory. That's true, too. Size Matters by Helmet. Okay. I wonder what BS will come this year. Yeah, not gonna lie, Donnie, that is something that I do have my concerns about, but we'll see. Hello, Jackal Goldkick. What is up? Welcome. Deftones 25. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, 05 was, I think when it comes to the 2000s, 05 was probably one of the best years. And there's been some good movies to come out in 2005 as well. Like, I think there's a King Kong movie that came out then. I think it was like a remake of the first one. I seem to like that movie more than some people do. Yes, it was too long. It was a rather long movie, but I liked it for what it was. I think The Transporter 2 also came out in 05 with Jason Statham. Batman Begins, I think, came out in 05. What are some movies that got canceled or were supposed to be made that you would have liked to see? Spider-Man 4 for sure with Tobey Maguire. That was supposed to happen. I think the original release date for that was 2011, but it never came out, and then it ended up getting canceled, and then they ended up rebooting it, which I hate that happened because I would have very much rather gotten Spider-Man 4 than any of the newer Spider-Man movies, to be honest. Would you like to be in the new Fast and Furious movie? Why not? Why not? Biden gets reelected. That's the BS. I hope not. Yeah. Yeah, dude. People are out of their minds. Zach MJ, how did you guys hear about Def Leppard's new stadium tour this year with Journey? I didn't even know they were on a tour with Journey, but I could see that happening. Batman Begins is one of my favorites from 2005. That's cool. You're actually thinking about going to that. Cool, man. MCR and Good Charlotte '05, yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 does turn 20 years old this year. My favorite Spider-Man movie. You should watch Drive from 2011 with Ryan Gosling. I've heard good things about it. I have. Maybe I will check that out at some point here. I heard about that tour, Christian. I probably won't go. Not coming to my city. I personally wouldn't travel for Def Leppard. Yeah, that makes sense. Def Leppard is just okay for you. Yeah, I like Def Leppard, but they've never been one of my favorite bands. Like if you had to make me choose my top 10 favorite bands, like Def Leppard's just not a band that's going to make that list. But I do like them though. Solid group. Anne Hathaway was supposed to come out in Spider-Man 4 as Black Cat. I think I did hear something about that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Didn't she play someone in Batman from what I remember? Like in The Dark Knight or something? Um I agree. They should have made Spider-Man 4 with Tobey instead of the other Spider-Man reboots. Yeah. I don't know. Like the Spider-Man reboots, they don't hit the same way the Sam Raimi ones did. I'm not sure what it is, but it's really hard for me to get invested in those universes, especially Tom Holland. I can't get invested in his universe at all. And maybe that has a lot to do with it being connected to this MCU and everything. So it's just really hard to get invested, you know? And his movies don't even feel like Spider-Man films. They rely too much on the comedy. I mean, they're not bad movies, but they're not as good as people make them out to be. Spider-Man No Way Home, I think, is the best Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2, though. That is something that I will say. Remember the scene in No Time to Die when Bond was using a car gun and making it go around and shoot all the baddies? Yeah, that was towards the beginning of the movie, I think. I tried to maneuver that with my car. It's very tricky, but to do so, but impossible. Yeah, Biden is ruining America. Yeah, yeah. There's definitely more division than ever before, especially these past few years. It's really gotten out of hand, and I think a lot of us we're ready to move on from it. Catwoman, yeah. Biden is a disgrace. Don't I hate that dude? Yeah. Woke Hollywood is destroying movies. Amen to that. Dude, Hollywood is Look, you'd have to be a complete idiot to think that in the year 2024, Hollywood is still this lovey-dovey, all jolly and good, genuine uh, thing. No, they're corrupt too. Joe Sniffer Biden once. Or chocolate chip ice cream. Yeah. Spider Boy, aka Tom Holland. Yeah, dude, Tom Holland's the most overrated actor. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I just don't get it. I don't know. But yeah. And this whole thing, like, oh, I want Tom Holland to be Link in the new Zelda movie. Oh, if they make a Danny Phantom reboot or a live action Danny Phantom, I want Tom Holland to play Danny Phantom. Tom Holland does not need to be in everything. You know, people act like he's the greatest actor since, like, Sylvester Stallone or something. He comes nowhere near Sylvester Stallone. I would go because of last year I didn't get to see Metallica like I was supposed to. The Def Leppard Stadium would make up for that. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it would be cool to see Def Leppard, but I wouldn't travel very far to see them, though. He can eat his ice cream in a retirement home already. Yeah, for real. Disney destroyed Star Wars and Marvel. Oh my goodness, you are telling me. Look, I am not a Star Wars fan, but I have heard about the whole thing about how they gave Star Wars to like some activists or whatever. When I heard that, that really made me roll my eyes. I'm like, well, that's another franchise down the drain. Uh, let's see. Wokeness is destroying video games too. Yeah, that's true. Is GTA 6 woke? People seem to think so because the main character is going to be a strong female lead. Yeah, I don't know. See, the thing is, I wouldn't judge it till it comes out. I mean, I think just because there's the main character of a video game, whether it is a video game or a movie or a comic book or whatever, it doesn't automatically mean it's woke. I think it's all about the intention at the end of the day, because there's good female-led movies like what's that one? The Villainess, which is a Korean film. That's a female-led film. I don't think there's any wokeness to that. And it was solid. You know, people just people don't. I don't know. I don't understand how like these social justice people like. I don't understand how they don't get it. All we want is to go back to 20, 30 years ago. Literally, that's all we want. You know, it's not asking for much. Jackal Goldkick, you're talking about Rob's rants? He's also this is real life. Rob's rants. He said he saw him in real life. He worked at a hotel and acted like he was better than everyone. Really? Wait, who saw Rob's rants? Who saw him at a hotel that he was working at? Danny Phantom. That I haven't heard that name in a long time. Yeah. Well, that's a rumor, MJ. There's apparently this rumor that there's going to be a live action Danny Phantom. I'm just like, why? There's no need for that. Please don't. I won't go see Madam Web. The girls in the movie are really hot, but I won't go see that movie. Yeah, that movie looks pretty mid, to be honest. I mean, it'll probably be better than Morbius, at least. Probably, but I'm not really expecting much from it. GTA going woke is possible. I can see that. The trailer already shows a female lead actor of color. So it's hinted it's woke. Yeah, again, Andrew, we'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell. um, have you seen Blade 1 and 2? They're honestly my favorite Marvel films. Yeah, they're actually my favorite Marvel films as well, especially Blade 2 with Wesley Snipes. That is easily one of the greatest Marvel films. Blade 1 and 2 are awesome. The third one is hoo-hoo. Yeah, for sure. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, was the best one ever in my opinion. Nice. You know what sucks? Star Wars prequels and sequels. That's what I've heard. Again, not into Star Wars, but that is what I've heard. Just give us some good writing. Exactly. And that's why some people have an issue with the that new Godzilla show, Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. They shove that crap into that show. I'm like, really? Well, that's a first to put that stuff in a Godzilla thing. But from what I've heard, like Apple TV, like, cause like it was made to watch for Apple TV, and apparently a lot of Apple stuff is woke like that. So I don't know. I don't know. It's all weird to me, man. Like, and that's actually one of the reasons why Godzilla minus one did so well, because it didn't have any crap like that. I mean, yeah, you know, I know there's people that say, oh, well, you complain about wokeness, but you do realize Godzilla's always been woke. Dur, dur, dur. But, you know, and they bring up, oh, well, Godzilla's always been political. Yeah, but it's not like Godzilla has ever favored a side. You know, it's not like Godzilla is just for people on the right or it's just for people on the left. It's something that everyone universally can enjoy. It's not complicated. Echo is the best Marvel show. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Alex. I don't really have any interest to see that. I mean, some of the fight scenes in that looked okay, but I don't know. It's like, why would I watch the fight scenes in these when I can go watch a Jet Li movie that probably has way better fight scenes? Oh, you're talking about Tom Holland. Okay. Okay, so wait, did Rob Rance work at a hotel or Tom Holland did? I'm a little confused. Sorry, Jackal. But yeah, if you're talking about Tom Holland having an ego, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest, honestly. Almost watch anime. Okay. Tom Holland is Nathan Drake. Give me a break, right? Yeah, I got no say in that. Make a woke series just to make fun of that. Maybe Andrew. Maybe I could make like a little parody of that or something. Christian Perez. I gotta go now, Zach. Thanks for another live stream and Happy New Year. Thank you, Christian Perez. You as well. You go take care, man. Make a make a woke Italian sniper with a strong female lead. I would love to see your approach on it. Thompson dies in the first 5 minutes. Wow. Okay. I would rather watch Jessica Jones than Echo. Oh, okay. Oh, Rob's Rants worked at a hotel, and Tom Holland was the one acting like he's better than everyone. Yeah, like I said, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Originally, I thought you meant Rob's Rants was the one being a D bag or something, you know? I'm like, really? Hmm. But yeah, now it makes more sense. Did you see the Netflix series documentary called Sly? No, I haven't seen that, but I have heard of it, and I don't know. Maybe it's something um, it's maybe something I'd like to check out. R.I.P. Jewel from Last of Us 2. Oh boy, yeah. I'm just tired of these SJWs. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? We've been sick of them. Sly is in Tulsa King. Yeah, I've heard pretty good things about that show. I've heard pretty good things. But yeah, when it comes to like SJWs and stuff, like they need to move on already. They do. Like this whole like thing like about like how all traditionalism is a bad thing. Like, come on, it's not cool anymore. It's not cool to trash that lifestyle anymore, and because you think you're all edgy and cool and you want to fit in because you're nothing in life. So I think we're all sick of it. We're all sick of it. Like, just live and let live, as the saying goes. Phil from All That Remains is working with Tim Pool now. Okay. Interesting, I guess. Um, Unpopular opinion, I like Shazam Fury of the Gods more than the first one. I have not seen Fury of the Gods. I have seen the first one, though. I thought it was okay. I didn't like it enough to see the second one, though. Yeah, I never really got too into, what's his name? Um, Shazam as a character. But, again, he's alright. It's okay, I guess. Um, those things on your wall look cool. Well, this ain't my room, just so you know. It's actually my dad's music room. This is where he practices and stuff. So, yeah. But I just use this room sometimes to film because it's quiet down here. What movie or TV series you like to see a reboot? That's a good question. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not really asking for any reboots at the moment. Breaks my heart to see Christians under attack too. Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, like these people, it gets me because it's like these people, they say they believe in equality. Oh, equality for all, but yet you treat people of faith and spiritual people like crap all the time. So it's like, you know what, dude, you can shove your equality crap up your, you know what. um, so that's how I feel. If you believe in equality, you should mean it. Do you like TV or movies better? Definitely movies. Definitely movies. When it comes to TV, it depends on what it is. but for the most part, I'll go with movies. Does your does your dad play any instruments? Yeah, he plays a few instruments actually. He mostly plays guitar, but I think he does also play drums and I think something else too, like maybe a little bit of piano. I don't know. What did you think of the Blade series with Sticky Fingers? I don't think I've seen that. Did you ever see Prison Break and Jericho TV shows? I have not. I've heard of Prison Break, but I don't think I've seen those shows. I might have seen some trailers for them or something, but I never seen those shows. What movies do you think are overrated? Maybe some of Christopher Nolan's films, like Inception. Let me think. What else? What else is overrated? I don't know. Maybe the Barbie movie. It is funny because Alex here did mention the Barbie movie. So yeah. Yeah, maybe that. I don't know. Titanic. Titanic's also an overrated movie. Honestly, I might get looks for this, but maybe the Dark Knight trilogy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like the Dark Knight trilogy, but people act like that's the greatest comic book trilogy ever. I don't think so. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think so. Like I think the Tim Burton Batman movies are better with Michael Keaton. Um, Let me think. What else? I like the Spider-Man trilogy, the original Spider-Man trilogy, more than the Dark Knight trilogy. But yeah, those are just a few examples. What about any of the Star Wars movies? Yeah, I never seen Star Wars, but if I had to guess, those movies are they're probably overrated. If I were to guess, if I'm being honest. Um, yeah, exactly. The Dark Knight trilogy is overrated. Yeah, it is. Um, like I said, I like the Dark Knight trilogy, but it's not the greatest thing like everyone says. Transformers movies are pretty cringe. Yeah, I'm not really big on the Transformers films to be honest. They're okay, but yeah, I'm just not the hugest fan of the Transformers movies. But again, not bad. Libs will worship the alphabet army and then hate religious people. Yeah, don't you just love that? It's hypocrisy. It's like, oh, they go around preaching equality, but it's like, you really don't believe in equality. It's ridiculous. And then they'll say, oh, well, we don't believe in equality for bigots. Well, whoever said that everyone who is religious is a bigot? You know, it's so funny to me, man. It's like they get mad when we stereotype and everything, but it's like they do it. Like they put them all in the same group apparently. Like you should just treat everyone equal. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science. Lord of the Rings, yeah, Lord of the Rings is overrated From what I've seen from that, it is overrated. Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman are pretty boring superhero films. Yeah. I actually saw Man of Steel in theaters back when that came out. From what I remember from it, I haven't seen it since I've seen it in the theater, to be honest. I think it was okay. You know, I didn't mind it too much. But yeah, it is overrated, not gonna lie. And then like, oh, Henry Cavill, he deserves to be Superman. I mean, yeah, he's a good Superman, but like people act like he's the greatest actor ever. Just because he was in Game of Thrones or something? Who cares? I never got into Game of Thrones either. I think it was Game of Thrones he was in. What's your favorite Tom Cruise movie? Probably Jack Reacher. I really like the first Jack Reacher movie. Honorable mentions, Top Gun Maverick, Mission Impossible. Oh, and Collateral. Collateral is one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. Sonic is overrated. I like Sonic, but yeah, I can kind of see that argument, to be honest. I hated Batman versus Superman. I watched 3-hour cuts, so boring. Yeah. Dude, I have what's it called? Zack Snyder's Justice League on DVD. Apparently it's 4 hours long. I haven't even watched it. I'm like, you know what, dude? There's no way I'm gonna sit through 4 hours of this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch it. You know, I still haven't watched it, but I don't know. Vikings and zombies are overrated. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Angel777, for saying that. Especially the Vikings thing. Like these past few years, like I don't know like what it is about Vikings that like people like that are attracted to. I'm sorry, I don't get it. Zombies, yeah, zombies are kind of overrated too. Especially, you know, when we're talking about The Walking Dead and, you know, stuff like that. Didn't like how Batman's voice sounded in Henry Cavill's Superman. I didn't care for. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Mm. Sonic is overrated. The restaurant, the movies, or the video games. Which one is overrated? Good question. Good question right there. Do you think John Wick 4 should have been shorter or longer? Probably shorter. I mean, I'm fine with the way it you know, as far as its length goes, but yeah, I mean, it might have benefited uh, by doing shorter, but who knows? And I'm also okay with John Wick 4 being the finale. Did you see Tropic Thunder? Tom Cruise character in that movie was supposed to get his own movie. Really? I did not know that, and I haven't seen that movie. I've heard good things about it though. 80s movies are the best in my opinion. Yeah, 80s was the 80s was definitely like the prime of action. Probably the 80s and the 90s. I would probably put up on that same level of greatness because I mean, with the 80s you had Rambo, you had the Terminator. That's when a lot of these great actors were like really big, like of course Stallone and Arnold and Van Damme and who else? Oh, Dolph, of course. Do you like Hardball and Chain Reaction with Keanu Reeves? I've heard of Chain Reaction. I don't think I've heard of Hardball. Still might have to see those movies. Do you like comedy movies? It depends on what it is. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on the Johnny English films with Rowan Atkinson? Those movies are basically like a comedy James Bond. Those are pretty fun movies. Oh yeah, the three Indiana Jones movies from the 80s. Yeah, those are good. Those are really good. Too much CGI today. Yeah, honestly. It can be fun to check out other movies from actors you like that they've done. Yeah, for sure. Do you like The Watchmen? I had The Watchmen on DVD, but I ended up selling it. I never even watched it or anything. I think the time I bought it, it was just on a whim, just because it was, a superhero film. It was a comic book movie. Because a couple of years ago, like, I would just pick up anything that was a comic book movie, which, you know, not all comic book movies are good. And it's not even the best genre of movies either. I don't think I've seen them. Oh, okay. You've only seen the first Johnny English? Yeah. I'm actually of the opinion that the second Johnny English, I think it's called Johnny English Reborn. That's probably my favorite of the trilogy. Do you have a favorite director? Yeah, I guess if you can count Sylvester Stallone. I mean, Stallone is technically a director, so. I mean, I do like him. I know John Woo is really high regarded as well. Do you like The Crow? I haven't seen The Crow actually. um, I have it on DVD, but I just haven't seen it. I know. I know that some people say it's the greatest movie of all time. I probably got to see it for myself. I got to see what the hype's about with it. I know Brandon Lee is the star in it. I mean, I do like Brandon Lee. I think he was in a movie with Dolph, Showdown in Little Tokyo, which is a really solid buddy cop film. If you're into buddy cop films, I would definitely recommend Showdown in Little Tokyo. There's a lot of movies from Dolph that are kind of underrated. One of my favorite Arnold movies is True Lies. That's cool. Yeah, I've heard of True Lies. I haven't seen it though. I haven't seen all of Arnold's movies, but I mean, I've seen some of them. Like, I mean, of course, I've seen the Terminator films. I've seen Total Recall. That's a pretty good Arnold film. Do you think a Matrix John Wick crossover would be good? I'm not so sure. I can't see that happening. I think John Wick can cross over to other universes. Like, I don't know, maybe I always thought it would be cool to see a John Wick and Equalizer crossover. I think that would be cool. But with the ending of Chapter 4, obviously that'd be kind of hard to do unless like they go the prequel route. Like maybe like in John Wick's past, he worked with Denzel's character, and maybe that's how Denzel got in the position he's in. That's how, um, you know, that's how he got good at everything that he does. I mean, I know that's been covered in the Equalizer films, but I don't know. I just think something like that would be kind of cool. You know, like maybe John Wick trains Denzel's character. Like he trains him to be like better at what he does. I guess something like that would be kind of cool. Stallone is a great actor. Yeah, he is. Probably one of my favorites. Total Recall is my favorite Arnold film. That's cool. Yeah, that's probably one of his best. I have Total Recall Steelbook. That's cool. Yeah, I have it on Blu-ray. Just the standard Blu-ray. What's your least favorite Denzel Washington movie? Mine is The Mighty Quinn. There's a movie that he did called Flight that I did see in theaters. I wasn't that thrilled about that movie. Fences as well. I wasn't into Fences. I know we've talked about that in, I think, one of your streams, Jackal. But I do like the majority of the stuff that I have seen with Denzel, though. Obviously, the Equalizer films are good. Now, when it comes to my ranking for the Equalizer films, from best to worst, it would probably be 1, 3, and 2. 2 is probably my least favorite, but it's still a good movie. Two Guns was pretty good as well. I believe Mark Wahlberg was in that one. Let me think what else. Training Day. Training Day is another really good Denzel movie. He plays the villain in that. That's probably one of his best performances. I love Denzel's performance in Training Day. He was also in The Magnificent Seven as well. He was good in that movie too. Real explosions. 80s, 90s versus today CGI. Yeah, honestly though. Cool profile picture, Alex. Yeah. Cool stuff. Do you like the Halloween movie franchise? Not really. I'll be honest with you, Alex. I'm not really a big horror fan. Not really into horror besides Godzilla. I know that some people put Godzilla in the horror genre, so that's... I mean, if we're including Godzilla, then yeah, Godzilla is probably the only horror franchise I like. Man on Fire? Yeah, Man on Fire was pretty good. Not my favorite Denzel movie, but it was decent. But yeah, Denzel, he's definitely one of the all-time greats when it comes to cinema. As far as I know, I've always respected Denzel. What do you think of Rampage with The Rock? I thought it was meh. Good action in moments, but it had cringe comedy. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I think I have Rampage on Blu-ray, actually. I haven't watched it. Yeah, there's a few movies in my collection that I haven't watched. That is one of them. I'll be honest. I think the reason why I've been putting that off is because of The Rock. I'm not really a fan of The Rock, to be honest. I mean, I guess it depends on what he's in. Like, I think he's okay in the Fast and the Furious movies, but yeah, I don't know. Overrated actor for sure. But I did think he was good in San Andreas, though. He was actually good in that. I actually didn't mind that movie. Kong vs. Godzilla. You mean the original from 1962 or the remake from 2021? I prefer the original. But the remake's okay, though. It's still a good movie. I'll be honest, I don't think there's ever been a bad Godzilla movie. Like, even the weaker ones, like Son of Godzilla, still an okay movie. Yeah, I agree. The Rock is overrated. Do you like Black Adam? I've watched Black Adam one time. I was like, it's fine. It's fine, I guess. It's just another comic book movie. That's all it is. these, I don't know, these movies, they just don't impress me anymore. I feel like we're just at this point now where we have seen all there is to see, basically. His best film was Walking Tall. He became worse over time, movies wise, I think. Yeah, I could believe that. You went to see San Andreas in theaters. That's cool. Yeah, I think I've heard something about that getting a sequel, actually. It's like, well, it's probably a little too late for a sequel now, because when did that come out? Like 2015? Something like that? It's a little late for a sequel now, but if it ends up happening, I'll probably check it out, but I'm not losing my mind over it or anything. Did you see Peter Jackson's King Kong '05? Are you talking about the 2005 remake? I thought that movie was good. It was just too long. That was really my main issue with it. It was too long. It did not need to be 3 hours. I think it was like about 3 hours or something. Superhero movies are overdone and one and the same. Yeah. Superhero films, they don't hit the same way they used to. Like, they were all fun in games before, but now it's tiring. And then there's people that want to say, oh, people need to move on from the action genre. People need to move on from Arnold and Stallone. Screw you. Like, we should move on from superhero films at this point. Like that's overdone at this point. Like, technically, we should be out of the superhero phase at this point. We need to move on to the next thing, which, I know that some people say the next thing is like Godzilla, like kaiju monsters, which, I mean, as a fan, I'm fine with that. I'm a fan of that stuff. I mean, I'd rather watch stuff like Godzilla than the majority of the superhero films that come out. Superhero films have been the most milk genre today. Yeah, for real. And it doesn't help that they release a new superhero movie like every month. Like, nobody wants that. Avatar is overrated. It kind of is. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the Avatar movies, but they are kind of overrated. Like, I've watched both of them. They're both good movies, and they're both visually stunning. But it's like, I mean, they're good, but they're not the greatest thing in cinema, like a lot of people say. But they're good movies. You like My Little Pony? What the heck? I mean, to answer your question, no. Hello from Costa Rica. Hello. How's it going? I still got to see Avatar 2. I've always liked the Earl Stephen Lang most in the first one. Oh, okay, cool. Did you like Godzilla 1998? I actually did like that movie. I have that on DVD and the 4K Steelbook. That movie gets too much hate. I mean, is it the best Godzilla movie? No, not even close, but it's not even close to being one of the best Godzilla movies, but it's still good. I still like it. Yeah, but I probably will have to wrap up here soon. I noticed I'm reaching 100 here shortly, so yeah, and it's also getting close to 2 o'clock, so might call it a night soon. I love My Little Pony and Star Wars. Well, good for you, I guess. um, you remember that one? Cool. Very cool. Do you like Pacific Rim? I actually plan on watching the Pacific Rim movies very soon. I recently bought, I think, the first one on Blu-ray. So I hope to get around to that soon. But from what I have seen, like from trailers and stuff, it looks cool. It looks cool. It definitely looks like something that would be up my alley. But yeah, I would say this has been a pretty chill stream for the most part. Have a good night, bro. God bless. Thank you, you too, Angel777. Thank you for joining. I think David is a troll. I, I mean, I don't know. I thought that, but I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge right away, at least. um, I seen a lot of newer small budget actors get Danny Trejo and Michael Mason for their movies. You thought about getting them for your movies? What do you mean? Like hooking up with them as for acting? Like, is that what you mean? This was a good stream. Yeah, thanks, Donnie. It was a good stream. It was. Can't really complain for the most part. Do we do have a little trolling? Yeah, that's what it seems like anyway. Getting them for your movies acting? Oh, I never heard of those actors, but I mean, I don't know how much they would charge. You know, like I'm sure they do charge something, but I mean, if it's not that expensive, maybe. I mean, that's something that I did think about doing for the near future is paying actors, like maybe finding like, because I think there's like some sites online where you can find actors, like you can pay actors. If they don't charge that much, then that's something that I could do. Because it's always hard for me to find actors, especially for free. Yeah, getting them for your movies. Okay. Yeah, that's something worth keeping in mind for sure. You're not a troll? All right, David. All right. Yeah, but I probably should be wrapping up here soon because not only is it almost 2 o'clock here, well, it's just about two, but um, my phone also has a low battery, and I left my charger upstairs, so figured, well, might as well call it a night. So yeah, if you guys have any last things that you want to say before I end the stream, now is the time. You're a viewer? Okay. Good night, Zach. Sleep well. You as well, Alex. Thank you. It was good to do a stream again because it has been a while since I have done a stream. What do you think the worst film of 2023 was? Probably The Expendables 4. That was, I mean, last year I was really selective with the movies that I saw. Like, I had thoughts about seeing like The Flash in the theater, and I'm really glad I didn't. Really glad I didn't because that movie flopped. Yeah, so I just think nowadays I'm going to be a lot more selective, like with the movies that I see in theaters. Like, I think I'm going to wait till reviews come out, like, because, well, I never go opening weekend anyway. So, um, yeah, Expendables 4 was probably the most disappointing movie um, from last year. I was looking forward to Expendables 4, so that's why I was disappointed in it. My favorite movie is, do you like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with Sean Connery? Sean Connery is a great actor, but no, I have not seen that. But Sean Connery is a very good James Bond. He is the original after all. Your favorite movie is Rocky 2. Interesting. Yeah, Rocky 2 is a good movie. That's an interesting choice, too, because when it comes to Rocky, I do prefer the first, the third, and the fourth film over the second one, but the second one is still pretty good. I mean, I liked all the Rocky movies. I mean, the last one was probably the weakest one, but even that one was still pretty good. I love it. All right. All right, you guys. Well, I think I'll go ahead and call it a night here. So I just want to say thank you all for joining. It's been good chat. So I hope you all had a good time. Everyone who joined, all the viewers, subscribers, everyone. So thank you all for joining this stream and have a good night.